West Virginia Oathkeeper is back. And boys and girls, you know what that means. That means we have to prepare ourselves for our conversation with West Virginia Oathkeeper. All right, now we can have this conversation. What do you got to say today, WV? Well, let's see. Boys in girls' locker rooms, gender affirming care paid by me. Girls in Ohio suing and winning to get a litter box in the class. Teachers not communicating with parents. Sorry, I needed a little bit more prep time than I thought. Now, let's get into this. Boys and girls' locker rooms. You mean trans girls in girls' locker rooms. If you have a problem with actual cis men or boys, males, being in girls' locker rooms, why do you support Trump? And I know you do. And the reason why I bring that up is because Trump is literally on tape bragging about how when he owned the Miss Teen USA pageant, he would go into the locker room while they were undressing and changing so he can get a glimpse of them. That's a grown man bragging about being in a teenage girl's locker room so he could see them naked, and you support him, while simultaneously saying you don't like boys in girls' locker rooms. Your problem is not with trans people, by the way. Your problem is with straight men, cis men, whatever the terminology is. Your problem is with people who would pretend to be trans in order to cause harm to girls. That's your problem. Next, gender affirming care paid by me. How? Why? Why are you paying for somebody else's medical care? Where do you think your money is paying for people's gender affirming care? I'm extremely curious to know the backstory on this. Are you one of those people that actually believes the bullshit propaganda pushed by the president-elect? That your kid goes to school and then they take them and change their sex and send them back home on the bus at the end of the fucking day? You believe that shit, don't you? Elaborate as to how your dollars, your hard-earned money, is going to pay for anybody's gender affirming care. And you do understand that gender affirming care is a wide-ranging topic, right? It's not just trans people, right? Gender affirming care, let's just say we got a lot to deal with here, but in a later video we can touch on things that are covered under gender affirming care, and I think it's going to come as quite a shock to you when you see the list. Moving on. Girls in Ohio suing and winning to get a litter box in the class. When? If they sued and won, then there's a court record, right? There's a docket number. There's a court case. There's a decision. All of that is public knowledge. You don't even have to fill out a FOIA, I believe. You can just go find that information. Give me the case. Give me the date. Give me the courtroom. Give me the town. Tell me where it happened, because you said it already did. They sued and won to get a litter box in the classroom, which tells me you are exactly the kind of person that P.T. Barnum and used car salesmen and Donald Trump look for. You're an easy mark. You'll believe any bullshit that's put in front of you. But go ahead and give me the case, because I want to look that up. If they've sued and won, and it's a done deal, then there's a record of it. Hell, even if they've just filed a lawsuit, there's a record of it. But I mean, you say it's already gone through the whole motion and they've won. So let's have that information. And lastly here, teachers not communicating with parents. Then you should talk to your local teachers. My teachers communicate my kids' teachers communicate with my wife and I almost ad nauseum. We have apps and notifications and emails and text messages. We are constantly in communication with our kids' teachers. And I can get a hold of my kids' teacher a couple of different ways while they're in class and get real-time answers from them. So if you got a problem with your kids' teachers not communicating with you, then you should take that up with your teachers. Can't wait for the response.